Foxy Lady of Maine. She's gonna relax in my lap, and I'm gonna share special Peably Storytime number 10 with you for free this week on TikTok. So here we go. I'm Darcy May, who wrote this story. Are we ready? Here we go. Today is April 3rd. It's April 1st Sunday. That means it's story time at 2 o'clock today. Well, friends, that time has come. The clock says it is 2. No, not in the morning. It is now this afternoon. Annie and Natalie are waiting and ready for their mom to read the next Peably story. The girls were all settled, leaning on their stuffies. They call them big stuffies. They picked the name, not me. Anyway, they are ready. They have their pets with them. They're patiently waiting for their mom to begin. The princess reached out and took the string off that book. Annie and Natalie's eyes were wide open when they looked. They are anxious, you see, if it happens again. Something magical happens when the reading begins. The girls say they feel like they are there at Peably's while everything happens that's in the story. Princess Foxy Lady opened the book up wide. She thumbed through the pages. She heard her girls' anxious sighs. They turned to the right page. She looked up with a grin. She said, "Let this special Peably story time begin." The Peably's Book 1, Story 10. Grandma and Grandpa go home. Sis was the first one up on this bright sunny day. She went to wake Grandma. "Good morning," she did say. "It is time to get up." "Come on, get up, Grandma." Leroy the rooster crowed. "Come on, get up, Grandpa." "Is it time to get up? I missed the rooster's crow. I must have overslept. I see the sun has rose. Just give me 1 minute to get up out of my bed and get myself ready and brush the hair on my head. Come on, Grandpa, get up. I am smelling coffee. Ma and Pa must be up," said Grandma, half asleep. Grandpa, Pa, and Bub were about ready to eat when Sis ran to Mama and kissed her on the cheek. The Peablys always wait till each and every one is ready to eat before the eating is begun. Once they're all together, Pa has something to say. He says Peably should be thankful for food each day. Grandpapa, Pa, and Bob had already done chores. After eating breakfast, those three went back outdoors. Grandma fixed Sis's hair so it looked nice and neat. Sis smiled and said, "Thank you, I love you, Grandma Peably." Grandma squeezed little Sis and gave her a hug too. Sis said, "You are the best, Grandma, and that is true." "Why, thank you, my dear," is what Grandma replied, with a smile on her face and a twinkle in her eye. Sis ran outside the house so she could show Papa how nice her hair did look being fixed by Grandma. When Sis went running out, Bub was with his grandpa. He's showing him the gold watch he got from Papa. Grandpa said, "Well, look at that. Just look. Look what you've got. I do remember that special shiny gold watch." Bub said, "It is the one that was special to you. You gave it to Papa. It's special to him too. Pa told me he was proud of how I play with Sis, of how I helped my mom take care of the pigs. He told me I did good feeding Jake and Jamie. He held up the gold watch, then he gave it to me. I will keep it safely. I will clean this gold watch. I will take good care of the special watch I have got." "I am proud of you too," Grandpa said to young Bob. "The watch is in good hands." Grandpa gave Bob a hug. Bob rubbed on his gold watch. He loves it very much. He is happy and he is feeling proud enough. Grandpa went to Papa and said that he was glad. Bob now had the gold watch that long ago he had. Mama had made some lunch for all the Peablys. They had tomato soup and crackers with some cheese. Sis snuck a piece of cheese in one of her small hands. She snuck it to the barn for the mouse she named Pam. Grandma had followed her, sneaking so quietly. She followed to the barn, and the mouse she did see. "What are you feeding, sis?" asking Grandma did say. "Are you feeding that mouse that's on the hay?" Sis said, "I named her Pam. She's too smart for a trap. Papa doesn't like her. She's too smart for the cat. I like to sneak her cheese and sit and watch her eat. Come here and watch, Grandma. I think she's kinda neat. Please do not tell Papa. He will not be happy." "Don't worry your small head. Your secret's safe with me. I will not tell Papa. You can always trust me." This is what Grandma said as she gave Sis a squeeze. They headed for the house. Grandma still had to pack. She said, "Before it's dark, we do have to head back." Sis did help Grandma pack everything she would need. Then Grandpa, Papa, and Bob lugged it to the buggy. Mama came running out with a bag full of snacks. "In case you get hungry, I'll tuck this in the back." Grandpa and then Grandma gave Bob and also Sis a close snuggly bear hug and on the cheek a kiss. They got in the buggy and they both waved goodbye. Sis hugged Mama tightly and she began to cry. She said, "I'll miss Grandma until she comes again." And up against Mama she buried her small chin. Ma said, "Go in the house. I have good news for you. I want to share the news with you. And yes, Bob, too." The Peableys all went in and waited patiently to hear Mama's good news. What on earth could it be? This is what Mama said when she began to speak. "Grandpa and Grandma will be back in a few weeks. We have asked both of them if they would like to move closer to me and Pa, and of course, both of you. Pa is going to build onto the house you see an extra big bedroom for Grandpa and Grammy. When the room is all done and they are both ready, they will bring their stuff here in your Grandpa's buggy." "I cannot wait," said Sis, on her face a big grin, "for Grandpa and Grandma to come here and move in." "Can I help you?" asked Bob, "to build on the new room? I know there's lots of things I can help you to do." "Of course you can," said Pa. "You are a big boy now, but now it's time for chores and Ma to milk the cow. Let's go get the chores done. Then supper we can eat. Let's go to bed early and I'll get lots of sleep." The Peableys headed out and got everything done, looking forward to when Grandpa and Grandma come. I bet Bob and Sis will have lots and lots of fun when Grandpa and Grandma pack all their things and come. Do you like the ending of Peably Story 10? I wonder what story is in number 11. The story is over. The princess put the book down. She looked, and right in front of her, the girl she found. When did those two get up and get out of their seats? She'd been looking in the book because she had to read. Annie and Natalie were right in front of her, and the table with the book. How they got there? She's not sure. She asked, "So did you enjoy the Peably story about Grandpa and Grandma and how they had to leave?" Annie said, "Enjoy it. I absolutely loved it. I was right there, Mom, and watching Bub and Sis." Natalie said, "Yes, Mom. I was there at Pa Peably's and watching things happen as you read the story." The princess shook her head. Imagination, she thought. Those two girls are lucky, very good ones they've got. The princess closed the book and put the string on it. She put it on the floor and out of the way a bit. Annie took care of the table the princess used. Natalie took care of the stuffies. There were two. Little Chi-Chi and little Squirt stood and looked up at the princess, quite confused, wondering how she does that. All they know is the girls left, and now they are both back. How it happens, no one knows. And that is a true fact. That brings us to the end. Sorry about that. After putting things back, Annie and Natalie ran to their mom, wrapping arms around her knees. They hugged their mom tightly. She said, "Hey, that's tight enough. I can tell you like their story time very much." "I love you, Mom," said Annie, "and don't know what you do, but you're the best reader in Maine. I bet the world too." Natalie said, "She's right. That is a special book. It's magical, Mom. When you open it and look and find the story to read, we both get ready, 'cause we know we'll go to pause when you begin to read." "I love you, Mom, and that is a true fact. Annie's right. You read the best. I do agree with that." Well, that brings us to the end of today's story time. A special Peably one. I'll save it for you to find. Our next Peably story time will be on the first Sunday in May. May 1st it will be on. Don't forget. It will be number 11 that tells you all about the history of the Peablys. Special Peably story times, they cost a small fee that is turned right back into using in the stories. So we thank you all from the bottom of our hearts, and we are glad you want to help and glad you understand. Guess what? It's time to sing our end of story song. It's a fun little one. You can join in and sing along. Goodbye to all our friends. Our story time is done. Goodbye to all of you. It has been lots of fun. Thank you all for coming. We love each one of you. It's a warm hug from me, the princess, and her girls too. Okay, so we will see you next special Peably Storytime number 11, Sunday, May 1st, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. That's Eastern Standard Time, our time right here in Maine. The link is already up on my Facebook page, so make sure you go there and sign up and mark your calendars. I'd love to have you join us. Bye-bye for now, our friends. Hope you enjoyed the story.